moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 29, Mahomes. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
6 guys. Check. All right. 49. Check 49. Check 49. He's coming. We got double up.
Now the 3rd leading rusher of the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
57.
Rodgers going to throw. And able to complete it to Moreau. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Rodgers now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Check 13.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Silver. Watch out. Easy. Inside. Check. Fresno. Switch. Check three.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
You got 50.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Dolphins will start their drive at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Chris Godwin. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tackles. Tighten up.
On play action. Now Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And they're going deep for Hill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
15. Out.
On third down, Michelle. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Exit. Hey, Rimlin.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Stay at home. Line 51.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Chris Godwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They begin with Michel on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check nickel.
On the ground, Michel. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Hey, 43, 15.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
I got 15. Me. Heavy. Watch the backfield.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now left side on the swing pass. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Mike, 55. Charlie. You got double up. Mike, 55. Right there.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Nick Perry. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. After the sack on first down, Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. He hits Jermaine Kearse. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
50 wants the mic.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Williams. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jack Doyle, as time expires in the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
That's a what? That's a what? Shift. 15.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Now Mahomes. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
65. 30. 57. Mike, 57. Right here.
Now Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, a first down there on a pickup of 25. These Cowboys looking good here at AT&T Stadium. Of course, they were really good in this building last year, 7-1 in their 8 games played at home. The only loss was on a Monday night to Tennessee. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Rodgers throwing again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now here's Mahomes. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Topper! I got him, on me!
On the ground, this is Michel. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the twist.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Here's Hill on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Watch twist.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill, 46 yards. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2.
It's just me and you. Snap. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 2nd down.
That's what I do. Under 10. Yellow. Go.
Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Check. Hey, 15. Hey, watch the ball. By 43, 15. 55. Get some penetration. C6. Check.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Attack.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got Jack Doyle. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes firing complete. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry. Yellow. Say. Check your hot read.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. from the gun. It's Mahomes. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he's going to go down again. Hassan Reddick. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. They finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A big play here for Dallas. 54 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I'm coming. There we go, Mike 20. Attack. Hey, watch the slant. Mike 20. Get in the weight room. Check 37. Switches. Attack. Switch in team. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Deuce.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Check three. Switch.
Mahomes going to throw. He's got his man. It's Curse. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
20. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Foxtrot. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Nick Perry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Right there in the middle, 55. I want that. Give me that ball,
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. Hassan Reddick, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He sets to fire. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 48 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Tight, watch left. Hero 15. Alert. Mark 55. Delta. Cut.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. I got him.
Mahomes now on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you miss.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Get 300. Get 300.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Mike, hello. Mike. Hey, what's the ball?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage. Here back at the 21-yard line. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Yellow, I've got blue, lady. Let's go, D.
One final try for Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Miami, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.